FactsVerse presents. Trucker sees disabled teen on his route and comes up with a plan that brings tears to his mother's eyes. First, though, you can bring some tears of joy to FactsVerse. Just click that like button. And also be sure to subscribe and click the notification bell so you don't miss our future videos. Mark King was a truck driver, and he drove big rigs. His regular route took him down Highway 26, which is where a young boy lived, and the boy was in a wheelchair. Every day he would sit in his wheelchair in his yard and he would wave at truck driver Mark as he drove by, and it became a daily ritual for the two. The boy's name was Dakota, and everybody knew him as Bubba. Well, Bubba has a condition called Dandy Walker syndrome. It is a congenital brain malformation that delays the development of motor skills. He also suffers from cerebral palsy. Peggy Cadd and her husband adopted Bubba when he was just 9 months old. He's one of 14 children that Peggy and her husband, Rick, adopted. Of the 14, there were still 7 children living at home. The rest of the children had grown up and moved out on their own. Peggy says that the 2 conditions that her son suffered from make him need assistance to walk. She says that the highlight of her son's day is to sit in the yard and wait for the trucker to honk as he drives by. It may not seem like much to most people, but for Bubba, it was amazing. His mother says that he would sit there every day because he just loved 18-wheel trucks. When Mark's horn stopped working, he felt bad about it. He knew that Bubba enjoyed hearing the horns honk when the trucks drove by. Since he didn't have a horn, he decided to do something else for the teen. Before Bubba got outside to his favorite spot in the yard, Mark came by. He left a t-shirt with the company's logo in the yard along with a toy semi-trailer truck. Mark enjoyed making Bubba smile, but that was not the reason that he felt a connection to the boy. Mark's sister also had special needs. When Bubba got the gift, he was thrilled. Peggy couldn't believe how happy her son was with this simple gift. She shared Mark's sweet gift for Bubba on social media, and she also shared Bubba's story. When people saw her touching post, they wanted to do something, and they all came up with a plan. A group of complete strangers planned the ultimate surprise for Bubba's 16th birthday. They teamed up to create 18 Wheels for Bubba. They got 182 truck drivers to line their trucks at a local park. Peggy and Rick loaded Bubba into the car and they headed for the park. When Bubba saw all of those trucks in the parking lot, he was amazed. Truckers from all over the country came to the park to take part in Bubba's birthday surprise. Ray Hagan was one of the truckers who came. He drove from California to Illinois so that Bubba could see his bright orange semi. Wow! There were hundreds of people in the park that day to wish Bubba a happy birthday. There were also gifts and, of course, a birthday cake. During his party, Bubba made it his mission to get to every single truck. Each of the drivers let Bubba honk their horns, and he was even named an honorary member of Owner-Operated Independent Drivers Association. He was also made an honorary member of Dairyland Diesel. These are organizations for truck drivers, and they allowed Bubba to be a part of their special organizations. It was Mark who got the ball rolling on the surprise. He was a member of both organizations, and he reached out to fellow members. He let them know what a special boy Bubba was and how he would make sure to be sitting in the same spot each day to give a special hello. Mark says that when you spend days at a time alone in your truck, it's nice to see a familiar face, and that is what Bubba was for him. He says that since Bubba took his time to be kind to every trucker that went by, it was up to the truckers to thank him. Mark stopped one day and spoke to Bubba's mother. This is when he found out that his 16th birthday was coming up, and he came up with this idea for Bubba's birthday surprise. Peggy and Rick were incredibly touched by his kindness. When he told them what he planned to do, they thought it was fantastic. They never in their wildest dreams expected it to turn out the way it did, though. Peggy says that she expected 5, maybe 10 trucks to be in the park that day. She never expected to see 182 of them. Well, thanks to Mark and other truckers, Bubba had a birthday he would never forget. Peggy says it was an amazing day for everyone. Subscribe for more.